Do you want to know what I've been thinking about for the last roughly 5 months apart from the good Lord? Food. Because in that time I've been cutting, and what's occupied my mind the most is actually getting to a level where I can just eat properly and not have to stress and not have my body be in a constant fight or flight. Oh, I want to eat mode. But the last thing I want to do is eat. All I can think about is food, but I don't want to eat because I want to focus on getting in shape. Thankfully though, it's all over. It's all over. But don't worry guys, I'll be polite because in this video I actually want to tell you that calorie tracking is actually a serious topic, because I do want to talk about how calorie counting can be That's it, okay? Fine. Calorie counting is a great, if not the best tool that you can use when losing or gaining weight though, because it allows you to be consistent and have an idea of what you're actually eating. But there are some downsides to it though, which I don't often hear people talk about, but hear me out on this one because I do think they're interesting. And if you agree or if you don't, then let me know. As I've already said, in my opinion, calorie tracking is the best tool for losing and gaining weight, because without it, then you have no idea actually what you're consuming. I, for one, have actually fallen victim to someone I know giving me food and me being like, yeah, okay, I'll eat it, whatever. Then I actually look at how many calories are in it and I think, oh shoot, like I only have this much left the rest of the day. Now I'm gonna starve the rest of the day. But at least it gives you an idea. You could look at it like this, for instance. How many people do you know think that food is healthier than it actually is, and they actually eat it without knowing what's in it? Now, of course, you can, remedy this by getting the food, turning it over, and look, there are the calories. But most people don't know. And if you stack that over a day, over a week, over a month, how far is someone off maintenance? So tracking calories in that regard is great, because whether you want to bulk or cut or want to just lose weight as a regular person, you have to know what you're eating. Otherwise, you're just lying to yourself. Like, how many people do you know say, oh yeah, I eat only this much calories a day, or, I just, try and be good, I'm just aware of what I'm eating and stuff like that. And then you actually look at what they're eating, and they're eating just calorie-dense foods, and they're snacking on crisps and cookies and all this stuff like that, and then they're just cooked without any idea what they're consuming. Not to mention the liquid calories as well. So when you look at it that way, calorie tracking is a great thing. But what about the bad sides of it? See, depending on how you look at it, it can be a bad thing. The reason I say how you look at it is because you have people in two camps. You have the people who do track calories and the people who don't track calories. The people who don't track calories, let's be honest, they kind of just eat when they're hungry, and they'll eat whatever. And that could be a pizza or that could be an apple without any regard for what's actually in the food. And when those people see the other people actually tracking their calories and being on top of it in regard to their diet, they think it's obsessive and it's OCD. They'll say things like, oh, I couldn't track calories because, I just don't enjoy food, or you're too obsessive, or things like this. And in my opinion, as someone who does track calories, this isn't really a downside, because I just enjoy food in another way, because I know what's in it. And I say that after literally eating like friggin' 2 cheeseburgers. And the other downside of criticism, which kind of links to the previous one, is this. Just imagine you're at a restaurant, right? You get the menu up. What do you look at first? Most people look at what the food is. Maybe they'll look at the prices. But there are people out there, including me, who look at the calories that are on the food before they actually read what the description is. Or is that just me? Or maybe you'll sit there and just psychoanalyze the food and think, okay, well, that's got like chicken breast, so that's probably got this much protein. Oh, that has some sort of creamy sauce, so the fat that's in there, and da-da-da. I know some of you right now are probably thinking I'm really excessive, but I know that some of you relate to me, don't lie. The question is though, is calorie tracking an eating disorder, or is it a discipline? Are we cooked, or are we just trying to be sick, brah? Well, the NHS definition for what an eating disorder is the following, and that's the National Health Service in the UK for anyone who isn't a beans on toast muncher, which has terrible macros, by the way, even though it tastes quite banging. An eating disorder is a mental health condition where you use the control of food to cope with feelings or other situations. Unhealthy eating behaviors may include eating too much or eating too little, or worry about your body weight or body shape. Well, it's interesting to say the least, because on one hand, this perfectly describes calorie counting and, bulking and cutting, if you will. Because how many times have you done it where you're like, oh, if I eat this food, then I'm over my calories and I need to stay in a deficit to lose weight? Or the people who are trying to bulk and they're like, oh, shoot, I haven't actually hit my protein or my calories for the day, so I'm cooked. And in that regard, you could see it as an eating disorder potentially. But on the other hand, there is a method to the madness, because there is a reason for doing so. There's a goal that you're striving towards. So even though you're cutting and your body there like, oh my days, like I want to eat so bad, you can't. You want to get in shape, so you have to drink a diet pop or actually have some chewing gum or something like that, right? And on the other hand, the last thing you want to do is be eating when you're bulking because you're getting a bit chubbier, you don't look as good as you used to, and you're actually just not hungry, but you have to keep pushing forward to get big. It's funny because I'm sure someone's watching this thinking, you're freaking crazy, like why would you put your body through that, right? But for those who actually do it, you just get it. And that's kind of the main point of this video, and that is perspective. I see people on social media saying bodybuilders and gym bros are really unhealthy, like they have eating disorders and stuff like this. But, you know, no offense, they kind of look like they don't work out. Whereas there's the other guys who are the gym bros who are saying, yeah, it may be unhealthy, but at least we look sick. But I want to hear your opinion though. Is it crazy and obsessive OCD and eating disorder to track every single calorie that you have? Or is it just hard work and discipline? That being said though, let me leave you with this. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any drugs or anything like that. I sleep well, I train regularly. Contrary to what you see here, my diet is clean, and that's all my choice. Now, would I label it unhealthy how most people live their lives? Yes, I would. And if you don't mind me, I want to go eat more food.